Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Importance of Temperance. I'm Katie and today is a fairly rainy and miserable day. So what I thought I'd do is I'd set myself outside on my veranda so you could hear the rain and the wind in my jungle garden here, and also because I don't want to be holed up inside. It's my day off, so I want to enjoy the outdoors. And so finally here we are, we're doing Temperance, yay! Apologies, I have been doing heaps of things and I just haven't got around to doing any content for my tarot channel. Life gets in the way, doesn't it? We all know it does. So I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're doing super well. I'm great, even though it's a bit of a miserable day. And I am excited to do finally my top tarot trumps. And we talk about our lovely Temperance. And Temperance is the namesake of my channel. And why, Katie? Why is Temperance the namesake of your channel? Well, first of all, I love the Temperance card. I identify with the Temperance card in the sense that it is a card of balance and it is a card of using what you have for good. It is a card that indicates to us that we need to be resilient and that we need to use what we have, right, and transmute it into something better. So if you got lemons, instead of whinging about lemons, make lemonade. Right, that kind of attitude. And also I just love the artwork, right, for the card that I used for my channel. So today I thought I'd do something different. I've got 5 little tins. Well, you know, I consider this a tin even though it's not a tin just because it's bitty. And I was going to go through the Temperance cards in those tins, even though they might not be my most favorite, but I just thought I'd do something different. And also I just wanted to talk quickly about the Thoth Temperance card because it is called the art, and it brings in the alchemical process, and just to show you in my Marea Tarot that card. If we think about Temperance and what it actually is defined as, it is the quality of moderation or self-restraint. Okay, and it is also one of those forces or an act of neutralizing or counterbalancing an opposing force. So for instance, if we want to sort of put it in a sentence, their idealism is tempered with realism. So these two forces, they're opposing, and we kind of try and bring them into balance. And another thing that I really like about it is the idea that it improves, you know, it makes it stronger. You know, even the elasticity or the hardness of steel, right, when they temper steel, for instance, they use cooling and heating to make that metal stronger, especially in a sword. We've all heard the term temper steel, right? But that doesn't only apply to steel, it applies to anything. So in this case, I would apply it to our own energy or to what we have. You know, we come to a point, we've got a bag of tricks here and we've got these tools, and how are we going to use these tools to help us confront the shit things in life? So if we're having a really, really bad mood, because temper, tantrum, temper is part of the word temperance, right? So in that instance, it's kind of like a person's state of mind in terms of, you know, being angry or being calm. So what are we trying to do? You know, we're trying to stay calm and not get angry. And so how are we going to apply what we know to be able to not get angry, so angry that we want to, you know, lash out and hurt people with words or even with our fists, right? And another very interesting thing to me is, you know, it's resiliency too, isn't it, right? It's making you resilient in the face of adversity. And temperance is also one of those virtues, the biblical virtues. And its opposite is lust, or indulging in excess. So it's also bringing to that table that, you know, enjoy life, but don't enjoy debauchery, so to speak, right? It's this, you know, giving and taking. It's this like counterbalancing. It's like always, it's like a bit of like the adjustment card in the Thoth. But this goes a little bit more deep because we're talking about energetical forces, right, that govern our world, that govern our universe. To me, with where I'm at in my journey at the moment, how I kind of see things. It's all about energy, and it's all about what I can do to take control of how I react to my world. And even if things piss me off to no end, how am I going to show up in the world without hurting someone, or without yelling at someone, or without wanting to say, oh my God, I hate that person, they're an idiot, you know what I mean? Like, how am I going to show up in the world and be that person that I want to see, like that best possible self? How am I going to show up in this world and demonstrate that? So I guess, you know, these are all the things that I see the Temperance card as meaning. And also this is the reason why I used it as my channel namesake. Alright, so obviously this is the little Radiant Wise Tarot. It's the mini deck, which I think it's cute. And I actually really love the Temperance card from the RWS deck. I think it is a perfect indication of what we want to achieve, and, you know, and the opposing forces that make up our world, and how we are supposed to be able to be transmuting these energies. And when we talk about frequency, how we modulate frequency, how we kind of like, how we adjust those frequencies. So that's that one. Now, just quickly, I just have to show you this card because I think it's absolutely stunning in this deck. And I was just going to show you, right, art and lust, because temperance is the opposite of lust. But how beautiful is this card? I really, really love the colors. And this is the take on the art from the Thoth deck, a little bit more into the modern world, and with all the opposing forces shown in here being our opposite of lust. And I mean, not that lust is a bad thing, right? I think a lot of the time the connotation that we have of lust is more in regards to being sexually attracted to someone and lusting after someone in a sexual way, whereas lust is actually the lust for life, the way I look at it. So anything that you're really passionate about and you love and you want to indulge in, right? Our five senses, we're here to feel, to touch, to smell, and see things, and we're stimulated and stuff like that. So it's not anything bad. It's just that sometimes we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by the sensations, and we are not able to temper those sensations in the way that we should. So this is where our addictions come into play, right? Where we can't step back from something. You know, when we're addicted, like smoking, we can't just have a cigarette and say, oh yeah, I'm satisfied now. No, we have to smoke every single minute. You know what I mean? And that's just an example. So yeah, beautiful card. And just thought I'd show you those from the Marea Tarot from Maša Kulenovic. Now, let me show you this one here, which is the artwork for my channel. It's from the Zillich Tarot. This is by Christine Zillich. It's such an underrated deck. I have never seen it on anybody's channel, to be honest. Isn't it beautiful? I just love it. The watercolors, and they're Christina's, or Christina, because she's German, her own artwork. And this is also based on a Thoth deck. Gorgeous, hey? Love it. Now, the next one, which is a little cutie patootie, is my White Sage Tarot, or Sage. How do you pronounce sage? Is it sage or sage? I know, right? Well, the thing is that sometimes I have problem pronouncing words, guys. You know why? Because I lived in Italy for many, many years. I grew up in Italy. I went to school in Italy. And in Italy, you pronounce the word as it's written. Whereas in English, it's not like that, and it's a bit confusing sometimes. Like, for instance, some people say niche, right? But I say niche. Like a niche market, whatever. Tomato, right? And this is the Temperance card here, which is quite cute with the cups and the butterfly. I don't really know why the butterfly is there. I kind of sort of more associate the butterfly with change and transmutation. But I guess, yeah, transmutation, transformation, I guess, yeah, it could be applicable to the Temperance card too. So that is the card from the Cutie Patootie White Sage Tarot, which I really kind of think is cute. So let me put that aside. Let me put that aside. Next one is The Wild Unknown by Krans, like we all know this there. And this one here is the Temperance card. There's tears going into the fire here. So, I'm not entirely sure if that is a phoenix, because you know in Harry Potter, for those of you who have watched Harry Potter, the phoenix tears are the ones that heal everything. You know, it looks more like a crane to me, to be honest. But yeah, it's beautiful. Tears, or you believe they're tears going into the fire, showing us the opposite. You know, from warm to the cold colours, cool colours. And that is from The Wild Unknown. And the last but not least is this little cutie here, the Wonderland Tarot. This is a deck that I got just on impulse, which is by Abbey and Abbey. And this is the Temperance card. Now, don't really know the names of all the characters in Alice in Wonderland. Read here what it says in the little white booklet. Here it says, Tiger, the messenger, takes a ham sandwich out of his bag, wears the costume of an Anglo-Saxon page. He looks into the bag and sees nothing more than hay. He has 1 foot on land and 1 foot in the water, a unifying of forces that work on the body. A long road winds through the background, the road he has travelled to arrive, and must travel in order to be. Cute, hey? So he looks in his bag and he's got nothing. So there you go. Those are my 5 Temperance cards in tins. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed to my channel, who comment on my channel, who like my channel. It's really good to be able to interact with you guys, and I thank you for spending some of your precious time with me. And until my next one, I'll be.